here we will be discussing about a reported speech with a change in command or advice, which means that now we know that reported speech are of two types, either a direct speech or an indirect speech. So here we are going to convert a direct speech which contains a command or an advice into an indirect speech. Now, while converting such type of speeches, an imperative which is indirect sentence is converted to an infinitive, right? So here an imperative indirect sentence is converted to an infinitive in indirect sentence. Now, any sentence which contains an advice or a command is marked by words such as commanded, shouted, advised, demanded. When I say commanded, I can also say ordered. So these are some of the words which can be used in indirect sentences in order to show that some command or some advice is being given. Now, example of this can be Sneha said get out of my room. Now Sneha said get out of my room. Here Sneha is basically ordering or commanding or demanding something, right? So here my indirect sentence will be Sneha demanded that I should get out of her room. Right? Now always remember that while converting such type of direct sentences to indirect, said can be converted to tell. Said gets converted to tell as well. Now also in indirect sentence we might need to find out the object. Now that object might be hidden in the direct sentence. For example, now this statement will be more clear with an example. That example can be the teacher said open your books. Now over here there is a hidden object, and that object is of student, because we know that a pair to make teacher is of student, right? The pair is of a teacher and a student. If any time we are talking about teacher, a student will always enter in that case. So the teacher said open your books. Now to whom will teacher say so? The teacher will always ask the students, right? So here students is my hidden object which I will be using in indirect sentence. So I will say the teacher told the students to open, your will convert to their books. Because if the teacher is in the classroom, there will always be a probability that there's not only one student but more than one student or a group of students, we can say. So for that group of students, we are using there as a pronoun. So the teacher said, open your books. The teacher told the students to open the book, and students' indirect speech was a hidden object. Now another important point of the change in advice or a command, or we can say that the statements which contain advice or command is that they will never have an exclamation mark, nor will they contain a question mark. In fact, the sentence will always end with a full stop. Now example, we were talking about examples, so let us continue with that. The second example can be, Maya said, water the plants. Now, again there's a hidden object in my direct sentence, and that hidden object is of the gardener. Why? Because in general, who waters the plant? It is a duty of the gardener to take care of the plants. So here I will say, Maya ordered the gardener to water the plants. So Maya ordered the gardener. Where did the gardener come from? Because the gardener has the responsibility to take care of the plants. Here, since there is no object, we will assume that Maya is talking to the gardener. So gardener over here is my hidden object, which is used in indirect sentence. Another example can be, the teacher said, you should take care of your child's academics. The teacher said you should take care of your child's academics. Now, to whom can a teacher say so? The teacher can only say this to the child's parents, right? So, I will say the teacher. Now here, looking at the sentence, we can say that the teacher is giving a fair advice to the parent. The teacher is not commanding, the teacher is not demanding, nor is the teacher shouting. The teacher is only giving a friendly advice to the parents. So the teacher advised the parent to take care of their child's academics. That they should take care of the child's academics. This is my direct speech. My direct speech has been now converted to an indirect form, and parent was my hidden object, indirect speech, which now I am using in my indirect form. Now, I say the instructor said, leave the field. Now, if the instructor will say leave the field, I can also say the instructor shouted to leave the field. So these are the cases where my direct sentence is converted to an indirect form. Now some of the examples through which whatever we have discussed will be more clear are, now that example can be Ram said to Sia, please bring my papers. Ram said to Sia, please bring my papers. This is my direct speech. I want to convert my direct speech into indirect form. For that, please, I said, will be replaced by requested in indirect form. So Ram requested Sia to bring. Now here who is saying this sentence? Ram. Ram is a boy or a male member. So please bring his papers. So Ram requested Sia to bring his papers. Another example can be the doctor said to Maya, take medicines on time. The doctor said to Maya, take medicines on time. This is an example of direct sentence, a direct speech. Why? Because the statement is within the inverted commas. I have to convert it into an indirect form. Here the doctor said to Maya, take medicines on time. The doctor is not requesting, but the doctor is actually advising. The doctor always gives advice to his patients. So here I will say, the doctor advised Maya to take medicines on time. So here, I hope that you have noticed the point that we are making use of the word to instead of making use of the word that. So instead of using that, we are using to in the sentence, and the sentence does not contain any question mark or exclamation mark, while it is a simple sentence which is used for commanding or advising. Another example is Megha said do not pluck these flowers. Megha said, do not pluck these flowers. Now we see that this is not an advice given. This is a kind of alarm or a warning that is given by Megha. And when I say Megha said to whom, when to whom we do not know, then we assume that she or that person is saying something to me. Here, the indirect sentence or the indirect speech will be Megha warned me. Do not will convert to not to. Not to pluck. Now if these is referred indirect sentence, in indirect sentence these will convert to those. Do not pluck those flowers. So Megha said do not pluck these flowers. This is a direct speech. To convert it into indirect speech, I will say Megha warned me not to pluck those flowers. These convert to those. So in this video we have discussed how to convert a direct speech which contains a command, an advice or a request into an indirect form. Also, we discussed many rules for converting the same, and then we implemented those rules in our sentences to understand the concept more clearly and more deeply. The next part that we will be discussing over here is the term imperatives. Now, to describe imperatives, first let us understand that all those sentences which contain words like command, request, order, etc. are referred to as imperatives. Those sentences are referred to as imperatives. Now, imperatives contain two characteristics. There are two characteristics of imperatives. The first characteristic is that they are used for making a command or a request, and second, as I told, that they do not end with exclamation or a question mark. They simply end with a full stop. So these are the two characteristics of imperatives. Now we are going to discuss the rules for converting imperatives into infinitives. So rule for converting imperatives Now you must have noticed that for converting a direct speech into indirect speech, we make use of the word that. We make use of the word that, but for converting imperatives into infinitives, we do not make use of the word that. That is not used. Instead, we make use of the word to. To plus the verb. Instead of making use of that, we make use of the word to. Then, like I said, it is used for making command or request. The words that can be used in indirect speech is urged, warned, beg, request, command, shout, order. All these are some of the words which can be used for indirect sentences. Now, another case is that if in direct sentence there are words like please, kindly. If there are some words like please or kindly, then these words are not used in indirect sentences. They are not used in indirect We do not use such words in indirect sentences. These words are only used in direct sentences, and these words in indirect sentence is replaced by the word request or beg. These two are the words for showing some kind of kindness, or for pleasing someone, or for requesting someone, right? So beg and request are used in indirect sentences as a replacement for please and kindly in direct sentences. We will understand these terms better with the help of examples.